Hey, another conversation on the way to church. This is starting to become the names of them. I'm gonna mute the radio. I love when there's music playing in the background. But anyways, so my thought this week, or this trip, is somebody talked about Abraham's story this week. And when they were telling the story, and we were talking about surrender and trust was the topic. And so they used Abraham's story. And so Abraham, God, called, and Abraham and God had a covenant, and he promised that he was going to send him this son. That he was going to be the father of many nations, and he was going to do it through a son. And, at first, Abraham, listened, believed. And then he took it into his own hands, him and his wife. And he slept with his concubine and gave birth to a son. But that wasn't the promised son. The son was still coming through his wife. And then later, after his son was born, which God gave him a son, and later when his son was born and a little older, God said, hey, I want you to go sacrifice your son, which was the promise. And he did. And the thought I had this week was, I bet that was a lot easier the second time, seeing after going through of doing it yourself, almost trying to help God, and taking it into your own hands. And I can relate in my own story as well, of things where I've made decisions of taking things in my own hands and saying, you know what, maybe I'll, I was considered myself married for a while and was part of a polygamous family, and as a second wife, and it was my way of saying, okay, I don't really see God sending my husband, and if this is my only option, I might as well go this route, and other reasons and things, and it was me taking it into my own hands. And then now, when God asked me to do something and step out on faith, I work for odd jobs, and that's how the majority of my income is, and God provides. He asked me to go on a mission trip to Africa this summer, and my money is literally just enough every month. It's just enough. But I see the promise of God, that God said, you know what, I love you, and here's my character, and my character is love, and to take care for you, and to be the provider, and to provide things. And so I trust him, and I follow, and he provides, and miracles are basically happening to the point I don't even, I'm shocked at all the things that are happening, but yet I know he's the provider, and that God provides, and he's who's going to make a way, especially if I feel that's why I'm supposed to go to Africa, is that I feel just this nudge that he says go, and so I'm following the call that he says to go, and it is easier after doing something wrong, coming back and apologizing and saying, okay, God, and then seeing God just provide and provide and provide and provide. And so anyways, that's the story I want to tell you guys today. That's the nugget and the piece. And also as I just think of it, and how it connects to my life, and how I can share my story, I'm gonna do that. But yeah, that's the story that's the conversation on the way to church this time. So all right, talk to you guys later, and thanks for watching.